Okay, let's get to it. I know you saw the iPad. You saw the iPad. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. What's up, y'all? I'm Anthony K. Thomas from Wrestling with Rumors, and this is a Night of Champions prediction. With a couple of we are a couple of days away from Night of Champions. We are a couple of days away from what is going to be a great weekend for pro wrestling fans. Saturday, Night of Champions. Sunday, you got Forbidden Door, you got Slammiversary, you got Great American Bash. Whatever you choose for Sunday, it's all a good choice because there are options this Sunday, but we're not talking about Sunday. We are talking about Saturday. And Saturday belongs to WWE. Saturday is Night of Champions. And while I have strongly expressed my feelings about Night of Champions being in Saudi Arabia during this particular time of a war that is still going on, that is still not considered to be safe. Even though some paper and a half, even though a paper that was signed, that was just an agreement to begin talks, doesn't really do anything. Gas prices might be down for now, but temporarily they will go back up. I just don't feel good about politically. I don't feel good about how all this is going. And when you look at Saudi Arabia, although it has been fine in the past to go to Saudi Arabia, but in the past there wasn't a freaking war. There is a freaking war going on right now, and it is not safe, and I have expressed that multiple times. But we are here. I just hope that I just hope the talent of the men and the women who are going to Saudi Arabia for Night of Champions are going to be safe, and that they get there safely, and that they are able to get home safely without any incident. So anyway, let's get into everything that is Night of Champions as I predict what could possibly happen at Night of Champions. This is in no particular order of how these matches are going to go down. I'm just gonna one by one. Let's go to it. So, Jey Uso versus Obafemi, King of the Ring finals. I picked Jey Uso to win King of the Ring. Here is why. Because in any other situation, if Obafemi was not in the middle of something with Brock Lesnar, 100% I would pick Obafemi to win King of the Ring. Absolutely. No problem. Easy pick. But because Obafemi is currently in the middle of something with Brock Lesnar, and they are tied 1-1 apiece, and Obafemi makes it a point after his matches to bring it up every time. When we get to Night of Champions, this match will go down. This match will happen. There'll be some back and forth. It'll be what it will be. But when we get towards the end of this match, whether a ref is knocked out or distracted in some way, I'm thinking this ref is going to be knocked out by accident. Here will come Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar will F5 Obafemi, taking Obafemi out. Jey Uso will hit the splash to capitalize on what Brock Lesnar has left before him in the ring. And suddenly, the ref will come out of consciousness and count and see Jey Uso pinning Obafemi and count the 3. There you go. That will set us up for Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes. Now, originally, I was feeling that with the seeds that were planted after WrestleMania, that we were going to eventually get to a CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. But although I feel that could still happen down the road, I feel that when we at SummerSlam, when we get to SummerSlam, it will be Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes for that WWE Championship. Absolutely. I feel that that's the way we're going for that. Up next, Io Sky versus Liv Morgan, Queen of the Ring finals. I picked Io Sky to win this match because although it feels like a match like this, a match in this type of situation that we're in with the women's world champion in the finals of the Queen of the Ring, and the winner of the Queen of the Ring gets a shot at the women's title. I feel that in a scenario like this, I feel that the women's title should be on the line. If Io Sky wins, then Io Sky becomes the women's world champion and Queen of the Ring. If Liv Morgan wins, she keeps her title and becomes Queen of the Ring. That will probably not happen. Granted, that probably won't happen. So it feels like instead we're going to get was, in a sense, an eliminator match, basically, where Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. If Io Sky wins, she becomes Queen of the Ring and gets to face Liv Morgan again, but this time at SummerSlam for the Women's World Championship. However, if Liv Morgan wins, then she becomes Queen of the Ring, and we are left without a number one contender for her women's world title at SummerSlam. Although Stephanie Vaquer is close to coming back, so if Liv Morgan wins, that could set us up possibly for a Stephanie Vaquer return and bring us to a rematch, a WrestleMania rematch at SummerSlam for the women's world title. There are a few scenarios there that could work. We'll have to see how it all plays out, but I'm going with Io Sky on this one. Up next, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the WWE Championship. This is a triple threat that I knew that was coming. I really felt that it was coming this way, and I've said this a couple times on Wrestling with Rumors and on Rumor of the Day. So I feel that I'm glad that I was right, that this is what we're getting, this triple threat match. Absolutely. However, Cody Rhodes for the win. Because I feel that Cody Rhodes for the win because I really feel that it's going to be Jey Uso winning that King of the Ring and going on. And I feel that Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship is a match that we need to have. That feels like it's a couple of years in the making, especially with the beef and the history between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, the 2 years that they went to war for the WWE Championship at the time. So I feel like a Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes is a match that has some history in the making that we need to see happen at SummerSlam. So I feel like Cody Rhodes will win this triple threat, and we'll go on to SummerSlam, Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes. Absolutely. Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the Women's United States Championship. Since in this scenario, I feel that we're in a Plan B scenario going on here, considering what happened with Charlotte Flair, and that kind of saying that since Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill was a match that felt like it was going to happen probably at SummerSlam, and since that it feels like it's not going to happen now, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but doesn't feel like it's going to happen now. When I say confirmed, I mean that Charlotte Flair having to be on the injured list for a while based on what Jade Cargill, Michin, and B-Fab did to Charlotte Flair this past Friday on SmackDown, as Charlotte Flair was heading to Gorilla to be in the semifinals match for the Queen of the Ring, which did not work out for Charlotte Flair, even though Charlotte Flair put up a hell of a match in one leg. If both her legs were in good standing, she probably would have won that match. But it is what it is. So I feel that now Jade Cargill needing something. They need something for Jade Cargill. And I feel like putting Jade Cargill in a Women's United States Championship match against Tiffany Stratton, absolutely. There's history there, and there is history there, and I feel that Jade Cargill taking this away from Tiffany Stratton, like she did the WWE Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton took the WWE Championship away from pardon me, Jade Cargill took the WWE Championship away from Tiffany Stratton. I feel that Jade Cargill will do it again and take the Women's United States Championship away from Tiffany Stratton. And if that's the case, I have Jade Cargill as the winner in this match. Now, if Jade Cargill actually wins this match and becomes the Women's United States Championship, that means she has won every title on SmackDown, the WWE Women's Championship, the Women's Tag Team titles, and now possibly the Women's United States Championship. I see this win for Jade Cargill, but I also can see it for Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green giving a little assistance to Tiffany Stratton to keep her Women's United States Championship. But we will see this Saturday. But I feel it could go that way too. But my pick, standing firm on it, Jade Cargill. Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker in a steel cage match. I picked Braun Breaker to win because I see a lot more coming for Braun Breaker and him getting this win. And I also could possibly see a scenario in which Bronson Reed makes an early return to put down Seth Rollins in this steel cage match. But we're not really expecting to see Bronson Reed until sometime between July and September. But I picked Braun Breaker for this match to win because I feel that this win will do so much for Braun Breaker in beating Seth Rollins in this steel cage match, and this will leave Seth Rollins either putting this feud to bed or trying or having to do something, going back to the drawing board on this one. I see Braun Breaker, but I do see a scenario in which Seth Rollins wins, finally puts Braun Breaker down, and here comes Bronson Reed possibly as well. But yeah, there's several scenarios in which I could see this going, but I'm going to stay firm on my choice in Braun Breaker for the win in this steel cage match. And lastly, Trick Williams versus Ricky Sainz for the United States Championship. I feel that it is the summer of Trick Williams. And although this is a first main roster championship opportunity for Ricky Sainz, his first, but not his last, I 100 feel that Trick Williams will retain his United States Championship at Night of Champions. I feel that it will be a good match, and we will see a great showing from Ricky Sainz. It won't be no surprise how good of a wrestler he is inside that ring. But I do feel Trick Williams will retain his United States Championship at Night of Champions, and this has been a Night of Champions prediction. One more thing I'll add is that once again, Night of Champions, the first hour will be available on ESPN. This is a regular thing that WWE is doing now. I guess it's part of the agreement they have with ESPN that the first hour of their PLE will be shown on ESPN. It is what it is. But this has been a prediction for Night of Champions. Hope all of you have a good, fun, safe rest of your week. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can keep up when everything new drops here on my Wrestling with Rumors channel. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up, leave a comment. I appreciate all of you, appreciate all the views.